Welcome to Yehuda Living, home of Yasomeness. When exploring Yehuda Living, dive into a wealth of news, events, and resources relevant to the set apart walk. Explore, seek, and find inspiration right here on Yehuda Living for your life of praise to Abba Yah. My name is Marsha Beasley, and we are live on today because there is excitement going on about a fantastic film birthed from One Lion Production, a distinguished faith-based film company out of Atlanta, Georgia. This film explores fame and industry versus ministry and true faith. Now, I'm talking about the film that everybody's talking about, Consequences. It premieres August 24th. That's tomorrow. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And because of the response that has been over this project and this film, they have expanded it, moved it to another location, and there are still tickets available. Outstanding. You all are showing up and showing out. This film sheds light in a profound conflict between faith and fame. This film will resonate deeply with viewers who understand the struggle of balancing worldly success with spiritual integrity. Now, let me bring to the table the writer, director, and producer, as well as a few of the stars of this film. How are you all doing today? And we have Haji. Uh, we have
Yes. Evening.
we have Lorvins in the house. We
That's
have
me.
Jay Lutch in the house, and joining us a little bit later is your Pa Q. They are all a part of this film. We are super excited to have you all a part of this interview on today to shed more light about the interview and about the film. Now, Haji, I want to start with you. This production company is your company, right?
Yes, it is, Miss Marcia. And I wanted to, before I begin, I wanted to just take a moment and just thank you for the spirit of excellence that you brought. I love the spirit in which you're moving in right now, just the humility, as well as opening up your platform to us to share our ideas, to share our art and our mission. So, Toda Rabah for just answering that call. And I sincerely appreciate it. I know that Lorvis and Jay Lush do as well. But to answer your question, yes, One Lion Productions is a company that I did start, that I founded it. I've been in the industry for over 15, 20 years, functioning in various different capacities. And I stepped away from the traditional model of going about trying to be involved in the industry, stepped away for about 10 years because I needed to find myself and my true calling, and that is to shed light on what it means to be faithful in a faithless generation and to show that struggle, which we are trying to chronicle in the project Consequences.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, with your company, how supportive is your family to your company and the things that you are doing today?
That's a great question. This project was done by my entire family. Lorvins and Jay Lush, they can tell you some of the scenes were at my home. My son was doing he was doing the boom. My wife and my daughter, they were doing wardrobe, makeup, catering, craft services. It was definitely my other son was doing grips and lights and carrying extension cords and when we had, I'm not sure if you've seen the trailer, but when we were doing car scenes, he was driving. So this was an effort for my family to come together and do or for them to align with me to do something that was put in my heart and was put in the heart of these wonderful, wonderful artists that partner with me. And I'm just thankful to have them as well.
Outstanding, outstanding. And I know Jay Lutch and Lorvins played a significant role in the film, but I
Yeah.
want to go to you, Lorvins, for a moment because the how the film came to be, you played a pivotal role in helping to bring this film, to the forefront by some events that transpired, over a year prior, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And like Haji said, thank you for inviting us on and appreciate your obedience and allowing us to be able to come on and, do the work. But yes, it's absolutely, that's true. The way this came about, Haji and I met a while back and we've, you know, honed our relationship to where I can say he's a brother in the walk.
Mhm.
One that I do trust based on, conversations, being able to see him operate in his realm and to see that he's a stand-up person. And so we've talked about, the idea that the Most High eventually will use him, even in this walk, going back to what he taught, the Most High allowed him to do in the world. And so there was a situation that happened with one of my brothers, Ron Dalton, and being able to speak with someone who was in, who deals with the industry,
Mhm.
and whatever was going to happen with Ron, that did not transpire. But the
Mhm.
person who I ended up talking to uh, came back a year later based on the conversation we had and said, man, and he just remembered me, and said, hey, do you write movies? I was like, no, I don't write movies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he said, can you make a movie? I said, I'm sure if I put my mind to it, I can do it, but that's not what I do. I don't write movies. And he said, man, I believe you can do it, man, because you are one of those people I believe that can do anything you put your mind to. But then I remembered Haji, because, the most I always put a ram in the bush, right? So I
Mhm.
remembered him. I said, you know what? I think I can get this done. I said, give me a little bit and then I'll be able to tell you. So a year later, I was able to provide the movie to him and say, hey, we got it done. So it's just the way things happen sometimes. You just don't know why. But this is what he does, this is what Haji does. And so it's only befitting that I decrease and he had to increase in that part because that's what he does. Yeah.
I mean, that is so amazing. Haji, that's a movie in itself, right? So I'm expecting to see that on
Absolutely.
screen, right? I mean, really,
Absolutely.
what's yours is yours, and can't nobody take it. And the years, the time, it doesn't matter because when it's yours, it is yours, right?
That's
Mhm.
right.
Wow. And he'll bring it to you by any means necessary,
Yeah.
Lorvins. Okay. Wow. I love that. That's a message in itself. We can just close the interview up right now and just go watch the film and it's over, right? But we're not gonna do that. So that's awesome, and that's just amazing. Lorvins, tell me, what was this movie? What was it to you? What you know, as you did it, I mean, you were in it. What was it to you?
Yeah. I mean, when I saw the script,
Mhm.
the when Haji sent it, it was very familiar, I must say. Right.
Okay.
Because it's something I dabbled in. It's a gift of mine: music, production, singing, and I also dealt with music in the world. I've dealt with different character and personalities. I've even dealt with record executives,
Uh-huh.
and so record promoters. Especially in the promotion aspect, is that what it takes to make a song a hit, right? What it takes to make a song go, what it takes for a song to be approved by the world. There are
Mm.
certain things you have to do. There are certain things, environment that you have to be in order to make it happen. And so when
Yeah.
I read the script, it just reminded me of that. I mean, it immediately just came to mind, and then later realized, wait a minute, this might be a little bit about me. And I just won't say me, but just those who have gone through that experience as well, And I think even on the executive side and those who are co-starring and things of nature, everyone has a particular um, uh, viewpoint in the way that it is portrayed, even in the world of how things happen and how they go down. So I saw that as, you know what, we need to change the narrative. And this is one way, to me, based on what Haji wrote, is a perfect way of coming out and saying, okay, let's change the narrative. Let's rewrite the truth in the way that it should be presented.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good. So for you, Haji, asking pretty much the same question, why this message and why now? Because Lorvins just came to you with, hey, can you write this movie, write a, play or, a movie, but you had to come up with, what was it going to be about? Why this message and why now for you?
Excellent question. Thank you for that. For me, it was about me understanding my available realities. I understood that Lorvins may not have had an acting background, but if I could frame a narrative where he didn't have to act, if I could surround him with people that he's very, very familiar with and is very organic for them, they wouldn't have to act either. So it was for me knowing the capacity of the vessels that I had access to, and then frame it around a biblical narrative, but give it a contemporary, but to see it through a contemporary lens, if you will. And then, we have immediate drama because you have a clash of ideas. You have one that is trying to maintain faith, but you can only show faith being maintained in the presence of conflict, of drama. So those were some of the things that I felt like would resonate, because there are far more people that have walked away from opportunities that people would die for than we know about. Some people are willing to keep their integrity and to maintain their character and to try to please God, the Most High, that higher being, and they continue to go on this journey where the Father honors that and will reveal it to them more and more. And one thing that you said, I wanted to just definitely reiterate on, where you said that how the Most High has, what's for you is for you. I agree with that 1,000%. But one thing that I saw with myself, I saw with Lorvins, and I saw with Jay Lutch, and I know that he can speak truth to power, is that you have to be willing to let something go, to let it die, before he will allow it to emerge and be reborn. That we have this constant and this renewal, this that's constant within our faith. And we went through that, and I think that this film will tap into some of that.
Wow. And when I think about that, and it's profound that you mention it, I believe, Lorvins, you went through a sabbatical, if I'm not mistaken, prior to this coming about. You, Jay Lutch, talked about, not Jay Lutch, Haji talked about going through your sabbatical. And so it makes me, think, Father, did you birth it during that time when they let go, when they sat down and allowed you to rise up?
I would say that, when we come to our power, our God, the Most High, that you can have a desire, but you have to enter into that place as a son to be able to say, nevertheless. That you have to be willing to let it go and accept no. And I think that when you do that, that's where the blessing is. That's what I've discovered.
Yeah. Outstanding. Outstanding. Wow. Now, there were, as you said, there's so many amazing actors, stars, musicians, people you could have cast. Talk to me about the casting of Lorvins, of Jay Lutch, your pa, Q. And we're going to talk to Jay Lutch in just a second. So don't you think you're off the hook, Jay Lutch. But Talk to me about the casting.
The casting process was it wasn't a hard call.
Okay.
As I just stated, I had some ideas in my mind, but I had to be neutral. I knew that I wanted Lorvin to be a part of it. That was already settled. And then when I began to frame it with the and contextualizing and giving him someone that was a right hand man, it's like, well, he already got a right hand man. That's my brother Jay Lutch. So why don't we go ahead and just include that in the narrative, because I know that it will ground both of them, because they will be able to just tap into this really organic relationship where we were doing different takes and rehearsals, and they might start trying to act, and I'm like, no. This is Lorvins. His character's name is Asaph, but talk to Lorvins. Lorvins, talk to Jay Lutch, how you would normally talk to him without anything, because even myself, I've gone to acting school, and they did that whole thing. There's this idea about what acting is, and so if I could construct something with these characters where they were just existing, then I knew that the camera would pick it up, and it did. And your pa was just, as we said, was that proverbial ram in the bush. These three, they run the three. I can't call them musketeers, but the three Hebrews. They run together, and it was just amazing that the timing was so fortuitous that she was able to be a part. And that was actually my first time meeting her, and it was just a blast. Her energy was magnetic. She did a phenomenal job, and look forward to just moving forward, and as we begin to shoot the feature.
Outstanding. And before we get to Jay Lutch, for those who just joined us, it's like, hey, somebody's live. They're live. What's going on? We're talking about the film Consequences. Let me tell you, it is one that you don't want to miss. And before we exit out of here, we're going to see the trailer. This film is a tale of an artist's music journey from secular to success, to spiritual fulfillment. It is a film based on, or let me say this, is it mainly a film based on one person's journey, or is it written from a shared journey, Haji, of many people's journey, all nestled together to create the message?
Great question. You're very perceptive. It is somewhat of a shared experience where it's not just drawing experience from one character, but it's also drawing from biblical narratives. And those that do have the privilege of seeing it tomorrow, you'll be able to see several of those parallels as we, give a modern contextualization of the text. So it's not just one person, but it is a combination of several different experiences. Myself, Lorvins, Jay Lutch, they've had similar experiences, but also though our ancestors in the text as well.
Outstanding. Now, Jay Lutch, tell me what this film meant to you. What character are you playing as well? And what did it mean for you? And what did you take with you?
The character that I'm playing is Soul. And it's the very close friend of a close brother of Lorvin's character. And what it meant to me, me and Lorvin's been through some real life stuff. So for me, it meant just showing how we lived our life already. Okay. And so to be able to play that character in a movie setting, just to show how, we as brothers, we stick together, close, and we support one another, whatever we're going through. The mission is to serve the Most High, no matter what we're going through. And so to be able to play that part with him, that means everything to me, because that's what we try to do in real life too. So that means a lot to be able to play that part, and hopefully it translated well, so people see how, there's a brotherhood here, for people to see that, hey, hopefully you have a good brother, or you have a good sister with you that's rolling with you. because we all need one another. So if we could have those one or two real good ones, I mean, that is blessings from the Most High to have such a thing. So that's what it meant to me.
Wow, that's amazing. And so when you think about, you were in the film and you think about um, what you would want me, let's say, to leave with, what do you want me to carry with me when I leave that theater?
I would want the viewer to carry with them that no matter what they go through, the Most High is going to take care of you. That
Mm,
you shouldn't be afraid to walk through the valley of the shadow of death. That you
mm,
shouldn't be afraid to stand against anything that's trying to come between you and your relationship with the Most High. If anything wants to come in between that, it's not worth holding on to.
yeah,
It's not worth putting your vessel, putting your life in a position that you could be without the Most High. We don't want that. And
yeah.
so if you was to leave with something, I will hope that someone can take from them that and give them the courage that whatever they're going through in their real life, they don't have to go through that alone. They don't have to go through it with losing their connection with the Most High. You want to keep that at all times, no matter what it is you're going through. Stay faithful. Keep your feet planted in the Most High, and He will carry you through it. That's what I would want people to take from it.
Outstanding. Wow. Outstanding. Lorvins, the same question to you. First, tell us your character in the play in the film. And then what did it mean personally to you? And what do you want me to leave with?
It's a good question. And by the way, your pie's in the background, she says. So is I think she might need to be let in.
Okay.
Um, I mean, what I really want people to take away from this, and as far as my character, the character name is Asaph, and he's obviously an artist who's done some music, secular music. Obviously, has experienced some fame or some success, but he's come to this spiritual awakening to where he realized he wants to change. He knows that he's not honoring his creator, and
Mm,
so he begins to do this. And now, obviously, that's going to create some tension, some problems, right? With the powers that be that has quote unquote brought him this success, right?
yeah.
And so what I really would want people to take away is your walk in terms of your gift. When you use it and you come to a crossroad and realize that, okay, perhaps maybe this gift that I'm using is not being used in the best way possible.
Mm,
And then you've come to this awakening or you've come to this spiritual ascension, I guess you could say, right?
yeah.
And you have to choose between the newfound spiritual you or the old you. You know, I would say that be encouraged and to know that don't be afraid, like Jayla said, don't be afraid to
Mm,
get rid of that past, that old man. Because anytime something is being born, it's some pain, right? That goes to it, just like a child being born. There's some
yeah.
travailing, there's some pain. And so don't be afraid to go through that pain in order to get your salvation on the other side, right? And that's really what I want them to take away from it.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And your pod came in just in time. Just in time. Hello, my sister.
Shalom, shalom. How y'all doing?
We are doing amazing. Doing amazing. If you want to cut your camera on, you can, or you can keep it
I am
on. You're
okay.
working.
I'm not working. I'm off. But I'm in a car.
Oh,
Last
okay. Well,
I'm
no.
I'm
Okay,
I missed last minute. So
that's fine. You're totally fine. You came just in time. Um,
yes, ma'am.
so one thing I asked Laura Vince and Jay Lutch is what was your character in the film? And then what did it mean to you to play that character? And what is it that you want me to take away after I've seen this film?
So my character in the film, I am secretary to the big boss. So what it means to play this character, being that
Okay. You kind of cut
Yes,
out.
the camera off and just go with the
yeah,
audio to
Yeah.
increase the activity.
this with them, being that I think it was all of our first times doing it, and you know the level in which they got it done, the professionalism, the the family aura, you know, Haji doing the directing and everything. It was a real beautiful experience for half of the cast not to know what's going on. It really turned out very well, thanks to the Most High. And yeah, I was just the secretary. So, you know, with the secretary, when you actually like the people you work with, that's what I kind of get from Alexandra. She liked working with Laura. She liked you know, I'm sorry, I forgot they carried the name already. I'm talking about Laura and Luke. That's ASAP. And so, you know, she actually liked working with them, but of course, well, she worked for the boss. So it's like she in the middle. She probably was behind the scenes like, hey, these numbers ain't numbering. Like this is the guy that had us there, you know. So I believe as the script probably gets expanded, that it will be more of that being displayed, you know, her character probably come out a bit. She might be in a crossfire. She might gotta choose. And it
Okay.
won't be nothing new to me personally, you know, about choosing, you know. So it was just very, very beautiful. I enjoyed the moment. I'm looking forward to many more. Did I answer all your questions, sis?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Okay. Oh,
That's
praise God.
that is so amazing. You know, Haji, how you were able to bring this message in the way you brought it that hits everybody's lives.
Mhm.
Everybody dealt with something related to the film, so it wasn't a hard task for them
No,
to
man.
protect because it's real. And that's what's so significant about it. And even when I seen the trailer, I mean, it was so profound and just so real, you know. It
Right,
was,
right.
yeah, it was beautiful. And so,
Thank you.
Haji, what is it that you want me to walk away with?
Uh, you know, you know, when you first proposed it to Jay Lutch, I was thinking about what my answer might be,
Right.
and it boils down to something that I teach my family. What I would want everyone to leave with is understanding that faith that is not tested is no faith at all.
Mm,
If you're not put under stress, if you don't have to endure something, you can't say that you really believe something until it is in the midst of challenge. So for me, this is the reason why I wanted to frame the narrative in the way that you do, where you have, you know, this immediate drama and tension within it, where there's a chance that he could go back. There's a chance that under the threat of violence, someone may take down. And, you know, I'm not interested in trying to present the cropped and edited version and where someone makes all the right choices. I don't, because that's not reality. We
yeah.
don't always make the right choices. Sometimes we fail and we learn more from a failure than we can from a success. So I think that by documenting these things in a narrative that is, first of all, it's entertaining. I'm not under any disillusion about what this call is. This is first and foremost, this is entertainment.
Yeah, yeah.
It's easy to, yeah, it's ministry, is this and that. Yeah. But it's not quite the same as someone that's standing, declaring the word of the Most High. So I'm not going to have a false balance. I'm not trying to be a minister, a moray, or any of those things. First of all, I want to entertain you with narratives that have a faith base, that's based on biblical content that can provoke thought. I think that oftentimes we try to run too quick to try to share this very, very deep resonating reality with people when you're talking to a people group that can't even say for certain what their morals and principles are. So we got to start at the very first works in my book, and then try to progressively reveal what we could become in terms of an aspiration. So that's what I would want people to take from the narrative, is that, you know, you have to be tried, but it's those that endure to the end that validate and verify that they really are his.
Yeah.
And so, and one other thing, can I say this one other thing? You know, in the book of Acts, it talks about how our father, King David, Melech Dawid, he served his generation. I think that I have a call, Lorvins has a call, Jay Lutch have a call, your pa has a call, Ms. Marsha, you have a call to serve your generation with a story and with your life that's relevant to now. I can't try to put it a generation ago or a generation ahead. It has to be that I'm serving those that are here with me now. And I want to do that through brilliant narratives that ultimately give the Most High praise, but it's going to show some of the challenges that we face today.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. And you did what you did with excellence. Even the premiere, the advertisements that was sent out was done with excellence. It was done with excellence. And that's the start. That's the start, you know. And I really, really love how you're taking real life scenarios. Like you said, you know, we're making it fun. We're putting it in movies, but it's real. It's real. And you got to get anywhere. We got to be tried. We got to be tried. Yeah, we have to be tried. Well, we're going to take a look at the premiere, the trailer. Take a look at it and let people see it. I hope that, you know, it's one thing to look at the trailer. It's another thing to hear you all's voices and to hear you explain your roles and how all this came about. And so we're going to do that in just a few moments right now.
You devils ready?
You owe me an album. Brother, there comes a time where we just got to get back to the money.
Well, with me, it's not all about the money. And by the way, I gave you an album, and you shelved it.
You damn right I shelved it. Because you were singing The Lord is my shepherd. I can't play that in a strip club.
It's about my walk with God.
You're not the first nor the only one to walk with God. I signed you. I made you.
Two old brothers forever. Come and repent. Who are you?
Okay, enough. If I win, we get back to the hits that make the chicks want to strip. And we can let them get back to those little church concerts.
It's gonna be a blessing, Marshall, I tell you. I wouldn't do that.
What just happened?
Are you ready to die today?
Wow. Well, you heard about the film that's going to be happening on tomorrow. You heard it before you even seen the trailer just now. So I hope that as seen the trailer, it means so much more than what it meant when they seen it yesterday and the day before and the day before. I am super excited about this. Now, tell me where it's going to be filmed, played. Is tomorrow at 7:30. And what is the theater called?
It is the Porter Sanford. That is in Decatur, Georgia. I'm trying to, as you said that, I said I don't have the address up, so I needed to get the address real quick. But it's a suburb of Atlanta.
Okay.
Where we will be screening the film tomorrow, the VIP screening. at 7:30, and we're going to try to, respect everyone's time. The address is 3181 Rainbow Drive in Decatur, Georgia, 30034. We're going to start at 7:30, and we're just looking forward to having an amazing time. And I had to send out some messaging and apologize for the confusion, because it's not a separate venue. I'll just share this little bit that we intended for this to be a small, intimate gathering with only about 100 people, which we thought that's what it would, only people that would really show up. But it continued to grow, so we had to move it to the larger theater that can accommodate more people that would like to come. And so they can still go to eventbrite.com and purchase tickets for $10. And those that may not be able to do that financially, we have a patron that has committed several tickets. So we will even be giving some tickets away for those who would like to come and have this experience with us. And we would love to have them.
Outstanding. Well, we appreciate the people for showing you all love, showing you love, just showing you love, and extending that 100 number, making it larger, and having to move it to the larger facility. Now, what I'm a little bit upset about is that I live in Oklahoma City. I'm not going to be able to get to Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. Now, I wish there was a streaming opportunity, where I could pay my $10 and stream it.
Yes, that's something that we're working on right now, Ms. Marsha. It was so much going on, I couldn't facilitate that right now. But within the next week or so, we'll be doing something, giving people the options like yourself to stream it, and then you can view it in the courtesy of your home.
Outstanding.
Luxury of your home.
Outstanding. Is there anything else that any of you would like to share before we close out? Because I know you all have some other interviews going on this afternoon. Anything else you want to share with us? Or did we just say it all?
I think we said it all. I just want to thank you again for this opportunity, for taking out your time to interview us. It's been a wonderful experience. Thank you for your excellence. I love those that can appreciate the word, and I love your articulation. It's just refreshing. So it's like you have a background in media. So once again, just thank you so much. This has been amazing.
Well, awesome. Well, that's over 25 years of being a gospel announcer.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. There's something to all of this.
Yes. I can see it.
You can see it. Outstanding. Well, we are so excited, and we thank you, Haji, for hanging out with us on today. We thank you, Jay Lutch, Yapa, thank you. And Lorvins, my friend, thank you so much. And again, we're going to have all of you all individually on, and we'll get up close and personal with you and give you your own platform, your own stage to talk about you and your ministry and what the Father is doing through you and for you and for your family. If you just joined us, you're tuned in to Yehuda Living, and we have been speaking with the director and the stars of the film Consequences. It's a One Lion production, a distinguished faith-based film company out of Atlanta, Georgia. And this film sheds light in the profound conflict between faith and film. It premieres August 28th at 7:30 p.m. And we invite you, if you're in the Atlanta area or can drive up, you want to be in the place. And it's at the Porter Stanford Third Performing Arts Theater. And so we encourage you, please go out. And soon we will have an online something going on down the road. And I'll keep my thumb make sure that happens, because I want to see it. And so for more information tonight or tomorrow, who can they call? Or give us the address of what they need, where they need to log into.
Absolutely. They can send us an email. Well, our contact information is consistent on all social media platforms. OneLionProd.com, OneLionProd.com, as well as OneLionProd on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Okay, sounds awesome. Well, thank you again. And as we close out, we thank our guest for joining us on today. And we're going to allow them to get out of here because I have some other stuff going on. And as a reminder to you, you're locked into Yehuda Living. And we encourage you to log on, spend some time on the Yehuda Living platform at yehudaliving.com and dive into just a wealth of news, entertainment, events, resources relevant to the Set Apart Walk. Explore and seek and find inspiration for your life of praise to Abba Yah. And don't forget, All Praises Radio. All Praises Radio is set apart music 24 hours a day. And we encourage you to tune in. And until next time, and we may be live again. So just make sure you hit the subscribe button so you find out when we're on live and when we upload new content. My name is Marsha Beasley, and it's been my pleasure hanging out with you and the stars and the director of the movie Consequences. Thank you.